ask her to put it in the hole for you. That's what I would tell.
Hey,
my
yo.
younger self. Like, yo, you can't find it. Then just tell her to put it in for you. You missed out on 2 vaginas because you just was like, missing the hole.
Oh, what the fuck? The fact that you said that when I'm saying I'm leaving a video to my daughter. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of the Mike Murphy Show. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, my man, 100 Grand.
John Grimes.
Please like, subscribe, and comment, man. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. We just hit 200 subscribers. You know, small wins. We getting there. Yeah, it's good, man. Today is my actual birthday.
Hey.
This episode will come out on Sunday, but my birthday is on Tuesday, so we're going to be drinking.
Happy birthday,
celebrating.
Dog.
Appreciate it.
What's your sign, man?
Gemini.
Oh, Tyrese was singing about you.
I don't know if you sing about me.
Signs of love, make you a zodiac. Are you Gemini? Yeah, he's talking about you, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I ain't never told somebody what my sign was, and them being like, "Oh yeah, I like Geminis." It's never.
I've also never heard that either.
every time I say it's Gemini, they be like, "Oh boy, man, fuck you."
I don't even know what the sign is. Is that the twin thing?
Yeah, the twin thing. So basically, 2 personalities.
Okay. Well.
So think about this, right? Here's a crazy factor to the whole thing. So if Geminis are like basically like 2 personalities, and then I went to like the war, so I got like PTSD. So there's a switch with that. And luckily, like a lot of people, I don't say a lot, but there's a few people in my family, like close family members that got their bipolar diagnosed, right? So imagine if I would have got that too. Like just being a Gemini, then bipolar, and then you get PTSD. You're dealing with like 6 different people.
That's 6 niggas.
That's crazy.
That you got to block. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. So let's take a drink.
Let's cheers to a new year.
Yeah, new year.
Getting older, getting money.
All that, bow. That's smooth. Smoother than that shit you be drinking.
That's old nigga shit right there. He said, easy.
You don't think that's smoother than the Johnny Walker Black?
Ain't nothing smoother than Johnny Walker Black. Okay, Johnny Walker, talk to me. Talk to me,
Talk
Johnny
to
Walker.
us, baby.
Come on now.
I'm trying to get a Manscaped joint.
Hey, yo.
You
trying to get a Manscaped joint? You want a Greek statue?
The Manscaped, like a brand deal.
Oh.
The company Manscaped.
Because you shave.
Yeah, I got a beard, I got a bald head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can use all their products.
So I think Manscaped, I think like chest, ass, nuts, balls. Manscaped.
They do have razors and shit though.
Oh.
For the head, you know what I mean? Pause. Not that head. So hey, we were supposed to have our young boy on today. His name is Trent. I'm gonna shout him out. He couldn't do it because he got to go study lines. He flies to Atlanta in the morning.
He booked the fucking show.
He booked a TV show.
Look here, man.
Shout out to Naeem Lynn. It's his show called Assisted Living.
Shout out Trent because that's a young go-getter. Bro is 21. He just celebrated his birthday like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
bro.
just turned 21.
Turned 21. He's been out here for at least 2 or 3 years grinding. Done book shows, was on Snowfall, done book shit. He's been booking shit since he was a teenager. And you will see him eventually one way or the other.
Trent Mason.
Musical, rapper, actor, stand-up comic. So, yeah, get used to that name. It'd be the equivalent of somebody telling y'all about Donald Glover 15 years ago. You being like, who? Get used to Trent Mason. You're gonna hear that name a lot. So very proud of that kid, man.
I'm super proud of him because I met him at the Laugh Factory. This was a while back, a couple of years ago. And I remember
when he was 18 barely. He
was telling me like, oh, I'm in Snowfall, the last season. He's like, I'm in Snowfall. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I've heard people say, you know what I mean? I'm watching shit with my girl at the time. We watching TV. And he's one of the young boys at the end, this pressing Franklin or being like, he on some YN shit. Like, yo, get off the block. Whatever it was, at the end of I think the last episode or second to last one, at the end of the last season, he's one of the young boys.
Active.
Just walking up.
Real
I'm
lines.
like, yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm telling my girl, yo, I know young boy. I just met him a couple weeks ago. All this shit.
That was me last year on Netflix with Mike Epps show. I got cut to his daughter dating Trent. And I'm like, my girl,
wait,
like,
what?
Ain't that Trent?
He's
like,
on the Upshows?
Yeah. I said, that's Trent. And she's like,
I definitely got to watch it.
Bro, Man's is big. That's what I'm saying. Y'all get used to him. You probably already seen him. That's the funny part. You probably already seen Trent. You just didn't realize you saw him.
No, that's crazy.
Last
Funny
season.
things about I said about that, the snowfall shit. I was in acting class with a young dude, reminds me of Trent. He's young. He's not as young as Trent, but he's younger than me. I think his name is Eli. He does a lot of stuff with Daphne. They're real close. And he's like, yo, I'm in Snowfall. He's the one that put me on with Central Casting. Told me how to get in so I could do the background work or whatever. He was doing background work on Snowfall. And if you know him, like his personality, he's like a good, goody two, like reserved, safe, you know what I mean? Like people call him a square. He's not, but that's just the best way to describe it. And in the scene, he's cocking a ratchet and walking past Franklin when they're about to go ride out on somebody. And I seen it like, hey, yo.
Cinema.
So when you see that, you think, well, you ain't like that, nigga. Like, but yeah, it's dope.
Being cast is crazy because you could book a role for something that's just not like you at all, but that's how good acting got to be. Range. You could be you could have a flower shop.
Dog, I just booked a lead role in an independent film.
God.
We start filming. Listen, bro.
We out here booking shit. He said that shit like it was like he just got a speeding ticket. I'm a lead role in a fucking movie.
No, but I'm gonna tell you what. Then I thought I told you this already. So I didn't tell you that already?
This guy. He just wait till I'm on camera so I can react, my true reaction.
No. He's lying because I'm gonna tell you how I know.
The independent role?
Because I did tell you because it was me, you, and Tone when we was taking the car to get it fixed. And I said, I'm playing a pastor with PTSD. And Tone was like, yeah, you got that. And we all laughed at the counter. Remember I said that?
Oh, I thought you said you was auditioning for that.
Oh yeah, I got it. I thought I told. That's why I was confused.
He says you got that like you gonna get the role, but then we laugh because it's like you got that like you got PTSD.
That's so what was he saying? He was saying I got the role, or he was saying I got PTSD. I thought he was saying I got PTSD. That's why
we laugh. It's like either way is funny. You got that. You got that. I got what? You got it.
Oh, so okay. Now I remember he was laughing, like saying you got it, like manifesting me getting a role.
He said it's a flat sentence, and then I bust out laughing, and then he was like, "Oh wait, what are you trying to say by that?" But I laughed because in both ways, I was like, "Oh, that duality of that is hilarious." Like, no, you got that. No, but you got it though. You got the role too. And it's like, wait, what?
But the worst part about that was when he said you got that, I was like, yeah, facts. Like, like to me, it was like I've heard this plenty of times before.
We didn't even decipher which one it was. He was just like, no, yeah, for sure, I got that.
Yeah, so no, I got that joint.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, so what happened was the people producing, the director, whatever, called like, yo, we want to meet like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, some shit. Go meet in Glendale at the Americana. Fuck the mall, their big ass mall in Glendale.
Yeah, I like that.
Go out there. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, it was like ambush. I'm thinking I'm just meeting them, get the match faces, you know what I'm saying? Because I did an audition on Zoom, and then I had to go meet with them to see if they really wanted to go through it or not.
This through Central Casting too?
No, this is from actors, LA Casting, actors.
I got it.
They had a profile on there so they can go through whatever.
Got it.
And so when I get out there, I see like 4 other people at the table. I'm like, how you doing? They're like, oh yeah, this is our lead right here. Da-da-da. I'm like, oh shit. Like that's how I found out I got it. Because they're introducing me to the other castmates. Like, yeah, this is our lead. This is David. Da-da-da. This is so-and-so. She's your love interest. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh shit. I didn't know I got it from the Zoom audition. I thought they were like considering it, but then wanted to see me in person for like a second, like a callback.
Wow.
So they're yeah. I'm like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, I can't look forward to working with you. I'm like, oh shit. So I was kind of taken aback about that. So then he was like, yo, impromptu, this is why comedy is like the best art to me, because we got to be quick with it. He's like, yo, we're going to do some impromptu scenes to see how you guys mesh. Oh, bet. He pairs me up with the one girl. I'm acting. I'm not really acting. I'm being myself, because this is act like you don't want to be in the bookstore with her. Easy. We do that and shit. They're like, oh my God. Then he's like, pairs me up with a dude, shoots a scene. It's improv. We making up all the lines. Boom, 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 boom. He's like, yo, I'm going to tell you right now, we're keeping that for the movie. I'm like, what? He was like, yo, we almost made him cry because he's a veteran too. And our back and forth was triggering him. He's like, all right, cut. I heard him like, like that. I was like, damn. And then, you know, ironically today, I seen Miguel Nunez Jr.
Yeah.
talking about the scene where he gets killed in life, where he's talking to Eddie like, yo, you getting out? He said that whole scene is improv.
That's crazy.
Because he said, you remember life, right?
Yeah.
You know how when all the people start dying, they showed them like just fading away?
Yeah.
He said he got got his call sheet that day and was like, yo, killing me. Like, but he just had him running and just like disappearing. He's like, nah, you can't tell the story like that. Like the audience is gonna be like, well, why did he die? Like, why was he running? His director was like, well, I'm not a writer. I don't gotta explain nothing. He was like, nah, you do. You can't just have me just.
Oh, the gun line.
Yeah, the gun line. Like, for what? He was like, all right, you know what? Let's do it right now. Bring the cameras out. You tell us why he's running. He said him and Eddie was like, shit, come on, let's do it. He said he sat down, whole thing improv, one take. He said he pulled out that sheet and handed it to Eddie to look at it. He was like, oh, this is your release letter, man. You getting out of there. He said that was a call sheet for today. For that day, he just had it in his pocket. It was a call sheet. Just pulled it out, handed it to Eddie, didn't say nothing. Eddie unfolded it, flipped it around, like, looked at it for a second, was like, man, you getting released. What you sad about? Nah, my mama, man, your mama gonna be happy to see you. No, not like this. Hey, man, what's going on? Takes off, shoots him. He was like, we improv the whole thing. So the fact, this is how I know I got this shit in my blood, because I didn't know I was going there to do no impromptu scenes with no other actors. I thought I was just meeting these people to see what was going on. They're like, yo, we doing this. Gave me this shit. But you know, it's like crowd worker. You see something in the audience, you start. Mm-hmm. So I just got right to it. And the actor I was working, I'm like, oh, he's good. He's a vet too. We boom, boom, boom. He was like, hey, man, I really felt that, man. I was like, I can't wait to shoot this shit. Nice. We start filming at the end of June.
Is it a full length, like 90 minutes?
Yeah.
Ah.
Full length independent film.
That's dope, man. Congrats. Niggas be out here booking shit. That's what I love to see. We working. We are working, y'all. Everything adds up too.
It does.
Everything. You don't turn around tomorrow and see us on fucking MGM Studios. You see us on everything else on the way up to MGM Studios and all that shit. Like, it's a body of work. LeBron didn't wake up and become an NBA player. Like, Tom Brady didn't. Like, everybody that do something, they started that shit years back. So by the time, if you're watching this by now, you're already hip to us. But by the time the people that, the masses come, is after we did all the shit. And now they're here because we did all this shit.
Yeah, we got 100 episodes.
But we already been doing it for X amount of time. And, you know, thank y'all for being early. Thank y'all for being early.
We appreciate that. We appreciate all
the support. But
it's
about the entire journey. So y'all see us talking about this one day. And one day is, oh, yeah, y'all going to see us on Netflix. We got a show on Netflix. And they're like, well, that's real easy to find. Like, it's just a matter of the transitions are crazy. But get used to them. That's how shit goes.
Let me tell you something, bro. Like, this happened. Tone said this today, and it fucked me up. I don't know if you was there yet when we was going to the podcast. So, if you haven't checked this out, go to the Underground Lounge podcast, subscribe, watch the videos. But I did an episode called, it's a segment they call After Hours. I did it with Spank Horton, one of the Plastic Cup Boys, and Holly. The only person who wasn't there was Lou Will, Lemon Pepper Lou. You know what I mean? Best six man in the NBA for the longest. He was out of town, but I did the episode with them, right? And that's like family to me. I fuck with them. So we do the episode. They're like, yo, Sunday, pre-BET Awards, was doing a live taping. Come down. We got you RSVP. You with us. I'm like, bet. I'm looking forward to it. So I do the show at the Laugh Factory. We'll get into that in a minute.
Oh, right.
I do my show at the Laugh Factory for my birthday. I break out, go to the live taping, right? They got all the celebs there. Bow Wow, DC Young Fly, Nav Green, Rhapsody, Ray Daniels. A bunch of people came through and was filming with them, right? So it's star-studded. We at the Westin, downtown LA. It's booming. I'm in there chilling and shit, talking to, I know people there because it's a lot of the people that work at the regular podcast. When it's all done filming and everybody's taking pictures in front of the backdrop and all that, I dab spanking them up. Somebody's like, yo, you take this picture? I'm like, oh yeah, cool. I'm not one of them ego niggas like, I ain't taking a picture. Who I look like? I'm like, yo, give me the camera. I got, you know what I'm saying? How you want it? You want me to take a couple? I'm trying to make it the best, you know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the camera. Dude's like, nah. They want to take a picture with you. I'm like, what? You talking about? Because Spank and Lou Will and them are standing there. These niggas is NBA players, tour with Kev, you know what I mean? Dude was like, nah, bro, we want to take a picture with you. I was like, oh, shit. He's like, yo, you funny as shit on Instagram. Like, Bro, me and my wife watch this shit all the time. Like, as soon as you walked in, we was like, oh, that's dude. And I seen her looking at me, but I thought she was mad because I was like talking a little bit and she couldn't hear them filming. So I thought it was like the nigga shut up, one of those joints. But she was like on some. So we take the picture with him. Another dude like, hey, bro, I wasn't even gonna ask, but since you taking pictures, can me and my lady get on with you too? I see Lou like this. I'm like, I'll take the picture. He was like, yeah, you where you supposed to be. I was like, and I felt like this shouldn't be me. When I told Tony that, he was like, what, nigga? You supposed to be there, dog. What you belong. Don't ever act like that. And it kind of like, I was like, I got emotional a little bit, like, cause I'm around Tone. It's like, I look at him like a brother now. It's not like when someone else in the street see him like, oh my God, you Tony Rock. So I'm around these people. So now that I'm like, this shit's kind of dope. I like that shit, but it made me emotional, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. I know people throw that term around a lot about imposter syndrome and all that shit, and I think that's just a phrase people use when they don't really want to say or admit that the shit they really wanted could be actually happening to them. And it's not that you don't want it to happen to you; it's the fact that you gotta say it out loud and acknowledge it, and everybody doesn't get a chance to acknowledge that for themselves. So you feel almost guilty that the things you want to happen are happening for you, versus somebody next to you that might be like, I got dreams too, nigga, but they ain't happening for me. So now you can't even acknowledge like, yo, the shit I want is actually happening, but it feels weird to say out loud because you right here. Right?
Like survivor's remorse.
Yeah. So it's like I'm like, damn, I wanted to be a comic and I wanted to tour and I want to do all this shit. And then you got people that be like, nigga, I just wanted to be a regional manager at my job. Be like, damn, that's what's up. I'm sorry. So you gotta have this guilty feeling when good things happen to you. And it's like, no, I am supposed to be because I've been trying to get here the whole time. Like I just said, we building up to a thing. And you've been building up to a thing. So when you're there, it's like, oh, it's how it feels to actually people act like you're supposed to be there. They act like you're supposed to be there, not you wondering if you should be there. The others around you are like, well, duh, you're here. We've been expecting you. You know, that's the weird feeling.
I didn't know what imposter syndrome was. From hearing it, I thought it was like a person faking, like fronting.
Yeah.
Like we live in LA, right? You from St. Louis, I'm from Pittsburgh. Two very relatively small, they're big, small cities. You know what I mean?
100%.
So if I go home and my family and it was like, yo, you be with, I thought imposter syndrome was like me going back home and being like, oh yeah, you know, I was with Kev the other day, or yeah, you know, I was talking to Dave on the phone and I'm lying about shit to make it seem, I thought that's what it meant. And then those dudes, ShxtsNGigs, was talking about they had imposter syndrome on this one episode like a while back. And I was like, what the fuck? And I started listening because I heard it before I didn't know what it meant. And they said like, there was podcasts that they were watching, like The Fighter and the Kid with Brendan Schwab and Brian Callen, whatever. So he said they was watching all these podcasts and being like, yo, one day, just if I could meet them. And now their podcast is bigger than all those.
Right.
And they're on those podcasts with the people. And those people were like, yo, we're great to have you. And they were like thinking to themselves like, do we even belong here? And they explained like, you feel like you don't belong, like you're not worthy of being in that position. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because I'd be feeling like that a bunch of times.
You know what the weird part is though, is that if you ask the core version of you, or I always say your 10-year-old self, who's still inside of you, we just get older, but that 10-year-old kid is still you. If you ask that kid the confidence that 10-year-old has about yourself, that person would go, yeah, I should be there with them. 100%. I'm just as funny as those guys. Why shouldn't I be there? I'm the next guy to join their group. That's how your 10-year-old confident self will talk, unbroken by society, unbroken by pressure, unbroken by defeat. He just thinks the best of you because that's the 10-year-old kid who thought everything was possible. That dude, when I got to LA, 25-year-old me, that's my 10-year-old kid. When I got to LA at 25, I said, okay, so I'll probably meet Eddie, and I'll probably meet Kevin, and they'll be cool. And Dave, they'll think I'm funny, and Patrice would have loved to have met me. Like, that's how I thought when I first got to LA at 25. I said, they're going to see how funny I am and be like, damn, this dude would have been cool if he was in my age group. I'd have been like, that's the comic I want to hang around. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they meet me, they're going to say that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And I have not met Kev yet. I've not met Eddie Murphy yet. I've not met Dave. I have not met Dave. I've seen Dave, but I didn't meet him formally, so I don't count that as meeting him. But the funny part is to me is that I don't think any different about that 25-year-old thought. I think if I met Eddie, he'd be like, oh, he's actually solid. If I met Kev would go, solid. I genuinely think that they still think that about me. But it's because that's how I thought it would go whenever that happened. I thought it would just happen at 25 when I was 25.
Yeah.
But then I'm 35, 36 now. I'm like, oh, I'm still the same kid in my brain. Like, I'm still a goofy, fun guy. And like, if I met them, I'd still be chill. But now it's just like, now they could also go, oh, that dude's cool. And I guess he's funny. I guess apparently he's funny. Because y'all fuck with him on the comedy side too. You know what I'm saying? But I guess what I'm really trying to get to the part is that who are those people that go to that place and still believe like the 10-year-old when they get there? Because that's the aura you pick up on immediately and go, man, fuck is that guy? Why does he feel so comfortable? Like, I've met a few people in LA where I thought.
But you think there's a thin line between like the 10-year-old self and just a dick? Like you're being arrogant and like.
I know people who are overcompensating when they do that shit. Like, yo, I'm hilarious, though. I'm funny to all these niggas. I don't give a fuck who popular now. I'd be like, yeah, I know you couldn't possibly be funny. I know you can't be funny than whatever you're saying right now.
Yeah.
The humble people who just do their shit and you go, oh, you deserve to be further along. You'll get there because there's no way people can keep ignoring you. You see those people too. You go, oh yeah, that dude deserves to be here. People recognizing you now for what you've done online and like your work, that shouldn't surprise you now. If you think about how far hard it is to get X amount of followers or get that much video views in 1 year, let alone over a 5-year period.
Yeah.
If you do apples to apples and go, how many people can get 1 million views? Just apples to apples that. And then you say, all right, how many times have you made 1 million view video? You might go, oh. And you ask the average person to go, I'm lucky to get 10K.
Bro, I'm going to tell you this right now. There's a comedian I believe out of Ohio named Mr. Bankshot. I've been following this nigga since like 2014, 2015. He always made videos. He made videos like singing a song but changing the lyrics to something like comedic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe about a year ago, maybe a little longer than that, something, he said like one of his videos hit 1 million views. He screenshot and was like, yo, it was like one of those, like, yo, I just want to put out some, like Kevin on Stage just did it recently, like, yo, if you want to be successful, get used to being boring. It takes eating boring food to lose weight. Basically, it was like one of those. And Mr. Bankshot said, shout him out because I'm a fan of his. He was like, this video just hit 1 million views. This is only the 5th time I've ever had a video hit 1 million views. He had like 500-some thousand followers on Instagram. And when he said that, I was like, nigga, what? Because I had 5 videos hit 1 million views in 1 month. So when he said that, and I've been following this nigga for 10 years. He's like, this is only my 5th video to ever hit 1 million views. I was like, and I thought, not he's funnier than me because I do stand-up. Right. So might sound cocky, but if you only could do internet shit and I can do both, you're not funnier than me. That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? Right. So no disrespect to him because I said I'm a fan of his, but I was like, I don't think he's funnier than me, but I'm like, I think he's more well-known than me. How the fuck he only got 5 over the course of a decade and I did 5 in my first month? Once my page took off, I was like, that made me appreciate the views way more.
You should, bro, because I'm not gonna say that I've tried to get 1 million views, but I've made videos that I thought were funny.
And they don't even get the views.
And I don't even get the number of followers I have in views. And I'll be like, nah, I know the devil's after me because I put so much work into that video for it to get 300 views. I'll be like, who did I piss off? And then I do a mindless video, like where I say, this will make this in 10 seconds. And my most viewed video on my page to date is a video I made in about 30 seconds.
The nut video. And the same thing
stupid. I was like, I'm about to just record myself talking about nuts for 30 seconds to hit upload.
Bro, what you said about that video was the same thing that happened with the Timberland video. You was like, let me just do this. I've been saying I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it. And you did it, and it took off.
Finally bought the nuts at the grocery store. I was on phone with somebody like, look, I'm at the store. I'm going to just buy 2 more buckets of nuts. I'm going to go home and record this shit. What's that stupidest fucking video? I meant mockingly. I was like, this stupid ass video. I bet somebody going to get a kick out of my dumb ass nut video. And I made it. And ironically, it was not immediate. Like I had left to fly out of town to go on the road with Tone.
Mine wasn't immediate either. It took a week.
Like a week over Sunday morning, I get back on the plane like it's a layover flight. And I get back on the plane on my layover flight. It's like your video has like 1,000 notifications. Like 1,000 notifications for what? And it had like 10,000 views. And I'm texting a couple people like, yo, my video got 10,000 views. Like, cause that was amazing to me at the time. Nigga, when I flew from that layover city back to LA, I got like twin text messages like, Are you aware of this nut video? Did you know that was gonna do that? I said, what nut video? It's doing better. I got home, it was like 300K. I was like,
from 10,000.
It was
a flight.
4 hours of flying. I landed. It was at 300K, and everybody's texting me like, "Yo, bro, yo, nut video." And I was like, "Cause 300K, mind you, at that time, to me, I was like, I think it's time to call Jay Leno. I think it's time to call Jimmy Fallon. I'm ready to go do this night show." Like, it was so funny. So I can only imagine when you see the fucking 1M sign. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." Because for once. And it shouldn't feel like this, but that's how it is when you're in this realm. For once, you feel a little bit of validation and go, oh, I'm not crazy. I am a little funny to these people on the internet. Not to people in real life. Like on the internet, you've translated. You finally translated something to the internet world that made them go, huh, yeah, you funny.
Bro, if you had to ask me like pinpoint one particular time where I felt like the most validated, there's a bunch of situations that happened, but one time we was in the Laugh Factory in the front by the ticket booth. Because it was one of them days like, yo, we got to wait for everybody to get seated. Mm-hmm. And I'm out there. It's me, Courtney Hayes, Katrina, I think, Harris. It's a couple of us. We just chilling, talking, whatever, boom, boom. People's coming in, paying their tickets. I'm talking to Courtney, and she just pulls out her phone. Like, remember on did you ever see Belly? Mm-hmm. Remember on a Portobello, he was like, all right, I'm gonna get out of here, dog. And he seen the nigga coming up to shoot, like to get at Nas, and he walked off. That's how Courtney was. She pulled out her phone, and it kind of got, I'm a nigga from the streets. I seen it like, the fuck? Like, and she put the camera on. Some nigga walked up, yo! Hype, I'm gonna put it in this video. I'm gonna pause the video and put it when I edit this.
Are you that?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah! Yo. Can I get a picture?
Yeah, sure.
See this man, I get starstruck with people. Yo.
I mean, like, you're trying to be normal people to see and chill. You're yelling all crazy and stuff. Go there.
I'm from Michigan.
No, you good,
I get starstruck. Now, I remember saying this was in the military. Thank you for serving, bro.
All right, quiet. Got it.
Appreciate you.
Give me your video. You get 100%?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Appreciate you.
Air Force, bro.
Definitely.
And then, you couldn't use Mr. Bean, they're going, a hype fan? You see what's up, bro?
I got you. Yo.
How do you feel?
That shit feel crazy.
How you look at that smile?
Dog, that shit, as soon as he looked at me, I knew what he was going to say. That's crazy. I ain't complaining. I hope he tags me in the picture, too.
Oh, look at us.
Yo, you funny, bro. Can I get a pic? Yo. I'm like, yeah. She's recording this interaction. She's seen it. Like, she's seen his eyes light up, and she knew at the time, like, oh, this dude recognizes Mike. I got to capture this for him. She sent it to me, like, I got it for you. I took a picture with dude. Dude, he comments on the YouTube. He follows this channel. I forget his name, and it's not out of, because his real name is not.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he knows I'm talking to him. He'll go in there like, yo, I always fuck with Mike because he took this time out of his day to take a picture with me. And I'm like, nigga, I love that shit. But Courtney recorded it, him walking up. And we in the Laugh Factory. So he's thinking, I'm just going to go see a show. And he's like, you my favorite nigga on Instagram. I'm like, oh, shit. And she was like, how'd I feel? And I was like, oh, that shit felt. I was so, like, uncomfortable with the situation. Like, that shit was the craziest moment. Because it was around my peers, too.
Yo, it don't matter when it happens to you, but the moment you get recognized for your work, I can only imagine that's what artists or athletes feel like. I mean, athletes probably are more used to it, but like when you get recognized for your work that you did so much effort and sacrificed so much to get good at, the time you sacrifice, the lack of friends and social life you give up. I don't know if I ever went on vacation in the last 5 years, like an actual vacation that I planned myself. Maybe 10 years. I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe the last 5 for sure. I don't know a single vacation I went on where I said, I'm going to go to the city for me. Not for comedy, not for family. Strictly just, I'm going to go have fun for myself. So I think about that kind of shit. And you think about like all this work you put in and you go to a random city. I went to Cleveland one time and this couple walked up on me and said, are you a comedian? And I was like, yes. They were like, we've seen you before. And I was like, stay right fucking there and say that again while I record you. Because what the fuck? Like, your mind get blown, bro. I remember I was with Tone one time in Kansas City, and we doing the T-shirts and shit, and they walk by and go, I know he's going to be on the show, man, but I seen you online before. You funny as hell. And I'm over looking at Tone like, hey, hold on, dog. Hold on. I gotta.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, what you say, my guy? Like, when you start getting those moments where somebody recognizes you for your work, it's like, man, I ain't crazy. Man, I'm not crazy. Man, I'm not crazy. The only thing that I think is comparable to that while you out in the field is that when you're on a show where there is a headliner and you open it and they go, oh, can I take a picture with you, Tone? Cool. Can I take a picture with you too? And it's like,
That happened to me in
that's
Chicago.
the best compliment you can get is that, yo, they enjoyed the person they came for. But in addition, yo.
Did you see when they did that in Chicago?
Yeah.
I was like, for real? It was, bro.
And the guy who me so much. I'm like, who me? Like, yes, you.
The who me is crazy because when I was with spanking him, he was like, you take the picture? I was like, yeah, give me the phone. He was like, nah, I want to take the picture. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck you mean? I was like, oh shit. Like, and then in Chicago, she was like, we get a picture. She was pointing at me and I was looking back thinking it was you behind me. So I'm like, you was on it. I don't even know if that was a show I did. No, it was. My niece was there.
Yeah,
It was Sunday.
Bro, it's an awesome feeling to know that people are fucking with you. And especially when they see you live, and they come back up to you after the show and it's like, yo, you funny as hell. I expect you to be up here when you come back next time by yourself. Like, they say nice shit like that, and you be like, thank you. That's obviously the goal. My goal is to be back here one day, and it's me you coming to see, like, this is all building up to a thing. Like I keep reinforcing, we're all building up to a thing. And it is validating, it's reassuring. And I think we should, as creators and as artists, we should have a moment where, and it might be a mental health thing, honestly, where it's like, why don't you stop and go and say for a second, hey, I've done some cool shit. I ain't been swinging and missing my whole career. I got some base hits in this motherfucker. I got some home. Like, you have to do that. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
My homegirl told me this in 2020 during COVID. I was trying to come up with, and I wish I knew. This is like hindsight 2020. If I knew what I knew now during COVID, I have $1 million. I'd be up. I'd be crazy because I would be utilizing the fuck out of the internet, not knowing that everybody's tuned in. There's nothing to do.
Sitting at home.
Just sitting at home.
Niggas came up during the pandemic for sure.
So I would post videos, and it was basically like the Chronicles of Mike Murphy, which I put on my other YouTube channel. I got like 65 episodes, but on YouTube, I've only done, I think, 52. The other ones I haven't recorded from, I did it 65 on Instagram, and I just redid them better on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I got a couple more that I haven't done. But if I did a video and it was like, I got 400 views, like on Instagram, I'm like, that's trash. And I remember my homegirl was like, you know how many people 400 people is? Like, you could fill up, that's a comedy club of people. And you don't look at it like that because social media compresses everything.
Makes
like,
think of the millions of views you didn't get.
Yeah, because think about it. Someone who's, like, let's say, we'll use Chris Rock, right? Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart. One of them dudes are, like, selling stadiums. Stadium hold, what, between 12 and 18,000? The Garden holds, like, I think, like 18,000.
Yeah.
So let's just say 18,000.
Arenas.
18,000, right? Sebastian sold out the Forum 4 nights in a row. Madison Square Garden 4 nights in a row. Joe Coy, same thing, 4 nights. So let's just say on a high number, 20,000. They sell out 4 nights. That's 80,000, right? If I do a video right now that does 100,000, like, oh, that was pretty cool. But I remember I was getting videos that were doing 1 million, doing 800K, 900K. And so when you look at it, you're like, Joe Coy is one of the biggest comedians, Sebastian Maniscalco,
in the world.
And they're selling out. They do 4 nights. Let's just say max 100,000 people. Your video did 1 million views. That's 10 times that amount. And you looking at it like, oh, that was a good video. You're like, yo, 10 times the amount of people to pay to see him watched your video. Now you got to take away there's no pay. So
absolutely.
So yeah, you didn't have to pay for it, but still,
you killed it in that realm. Like, like that video, that video has 830,000 views with like 6,000 comments. And to me, I think to myself, like, that many people saw something, felt something, commented something, and like created dialogue from something you created. And you got this to yourself, like, everything you create is your baby. And like, even though you don't, like, sometimes babies you value more than other ones in terms of creations when it comes to art. Like, oh my God, that was something I did really quickly versus this took me years to make. Like my He's With Us joke about interracial dating.
Yeah.
That joke was crafted over years and years of
the facially
Yeah, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like that joke initially started off with the last punchline. The only last punchline is the only one I started with. I had to build it backwards, reverse
I remember you
engineer
something.
it.
I can't do that for shit.
And like I'm just like, yo, it took me, and then I finally did it on Chocolate Sundays, and it got the reaction I thought it would get.
And that was their first time on the main stage.
That was the first time on the main stage. That's the first joke they ever posted of mine.
You wore that St. Louis jersey.
Absolutely, yeah. And to this day, there are comments with people that go, "You nigga in St. Louis jersey," or "I watch it because you from St. Louis," and checked. I'm glad I did because I saw it. And I was like, "Damn, it's so crazy to be associated with a thing." But it was crazy about that is
That's
that
branding. That's good branding.
I changed outfits for the second show.
You wore that members only jacket.
I wore the members only jacket first show. Changed. Shout out to Hear More. That's out to Hear More like a couple weeks earlier. Changed outfits for the second show, and I said, "You changed your clothes?" Like, yeah. And I was like, I didn't know you could do that. So I changed outfits for the second show.
Oh, so he did it back then.
Like a month earlier.
And you got it.
And I
from
said,
him.
"Oh, you can change clothes because Chuck Sunday used to book you for both shows."
Yeah, they used to.
And I saw him change outfits for 9 o'clock show. And I said, "Okay, so I'm wearing my members only jacket on the early show, on my St. Louis jersey for the second show." And to me, it made all the difference. And I just recently did that when we was in Orlando. I changed outfits for first and second show.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because we was filming. So I was like, well, shit. Now I got 5 different outfits for 5 shows. And when I post clips, nigga, it look like I did fucking 5 different cities. But in reality, I'm in the same goddamn place with different outfits. You know what I'm saying? Because the audience don't know, or the viewer don't know, because all you see is the comic.
Yeah.
But I got 5 different outfits on. So you like, that nigga be everywhere. I can change the goddamn city. I put a caption. I'm in Tallahassee. I'm in Portland. Nigga, I'm in Orlando 5 times.
Great show, Austin.
Because the viewers don't know.
No, they don't. And they don't care either.
Why, it don't even matter. So why not make them think you a fucking rock star now? Now that's imposter syndrome. It's like I'm just trying to make you think I'm everywhere at once for no reason.
But I mean, that is
It's
what
entertainment.
That's
though.
what entertainment is. No
That's
matter
what
what.
scripts are. That's what TV shows, what movies are. Nigga, Hugh Jackman ain't X-Man.
No, it's
He
like
ain't Wolverine.
it's selling us. Like this is the hard thing for me, right? And I tell people this before. So when I came back from the war, I was having a hard time adapting to civilian life. And I seen a meme one time and said, the most depressed you'll ever be is knowing that you'll never be as cool as you was when you was serving. Like, especially if you went overseas. Because you go out there, I don't agree with why he went to war now, but at the moment, I'm like, I'm a hero. I'm putting on my vest, my Kevlar weapon. I got 210 5.56 millimeter rounds. I got a rocket launcher attached to the bottom of my rifle. Like, I'm going out there like, I can fuck you up. So when you come home, it's like, sir, put your seatbelt on. You're like, like, it just feels like you just ripped my nuts out of me. So
That is the coolest you ever been, you think?
not now,
No?
prior to comedy.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, no.
It's cool.
I'm saying when you can just come home from being like a soldier to being
I
like,
get that, yeah.
welcome to Costco, you gave your membership, like, or some shit like that. You're a fucking loser now.
Sir, stand on the right side of the yellow. Number
Like-
28, stand back until we call you.
Boarding group 6. Now, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, like, nah, but so up until that point, so you basically like preface what I'm gonna say is like, I never felt cool again like that until I start doing comedy.
Yeah.
And I felt like, oh, this is my real purpose. Because initially you're trained to believe that that's your purpose. Like you'll never be, you
Yeah.
feel like a lot of
Perfect
people,
word.
when
Trained
they
to
say
believe.
like veterans come home, they're like, they need medicine. A lot of it's not like, oh, I'm fucked up by the war. They're coming home
Out of
and they're
place.
men and without a purpose. You know, a man
Yeah.
without a purpose is like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So you come home feeling like I went from being a hero to being this. It's not the war to fuck. I mean, that does have effects on you, but you come home like, nigga, I'm a loser now.
I mean, a uniform, they may call it a man in uniform, but in reality, the uniform is a purpose. The
It
uniform
is.
the identity.
if it's a
And if you come back here and you can't wear that shit no more, it's like, yeah, nigga, put on a suit. Nigga, put on a mechanic outfit. Put on something, nigga, but that shit ain't gonna work here. We don't
yeah,
wear
that's
that
why you
shit.
see them niggas wearing them like Iraq war veterans, Vietnam veteran
You got
hats.
to,
It's like
because
they're
it's like,
tying their
I
personality to
can't
that.
let it go.
Nah, you can't.
I did a thing. It needs to be acknowledged. And so I get that 100% because it's so early in your life. It's such a crucial part of your core memory. And then you come back at 25 and be like, y'all want to talk about it? No, we don't want to talk about it. Y'all want to know anything I did? I don't give a fuck what you did. We doing this shit over here our own lives. And you're like, so I'm just nothing here, but I was everything there? Like, I can only imagine how hard of a acceptance that has to be to realize that the general person, the average human Joe, don't give 2 shits.
No, and then
They're like,
there's
do your
some
job.
places
Like Applebee's. Nigga, don't give a fuck. Like, they treat you like an Applebee's person. Basically.
like there's some places you get a discount, right, for being active duty, but not a veteran. like when you bored, they'll be like any active duty members.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't
bored.
think about that.
You know, you bored. You fly all the time.
Yeah.
Active duty people
Yeah,
with kids
bump.
bored first.
They bump, yeah.
You can be like, oh, I'm a vet. I don't give a fuck. Go sit your fucking PTSD ass down.
Not active? Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine.
Section 7, buddy.
Think about this, and we'll get off this because it's not about this, but I'm a person, I did 2 tours in Iraq, combat, I got combat action badge, all that, Operation Iraqi Freedom, all those badges, my shit's stacked, right? I'm not doing that no more, but I've done it. I put my work in. There could be someone who's a fueler or a fucking, I'm not saying that job's not important because you need fuel for a war, but there could be a person that ain't never had a bullet fly past them, ain't never deployed nowhere, always been stateside, cush job, and you're like, no, come on, sir, you got your uniform on. Yeah, you helped catch Saddam that night, but sit down.
Yo.
Like, so imagine thinking that, and I'm not bragging, but I was actually there the night we caught Saddam 100 feet away. A fucking 100 feet away. I heard the coming out. And then it's a nigga who just making sure your paycheck is on time, you board first.
Bill Burr has a good bit about that. I think he did it on like this night show though. He was just like, we guys clap for the troops all the time. All of them? All of them? Even the cook? Like, he's a show like Conan. Conan was like, oh my God, we can't do this, bro.
No,
like,
facts.
I'm just asking.
I love that nigga Bill Burr,
What
dog.
did you do? Where were you at? Oh, I had a drone. I sat in Pennsylvania and I controlled it. He's like, really? Okay, wow. I feel like, and you know how Bill Burr be with his fucking like.
Yeah, you're really a fucking hero.
Guy, yeah.
Swear to God. So it's like coming home from being that and not having nothing else where you're respected like that is bad. So for me, the first time I ever got on stage, it was a bet, like on Twitter. If I did open mic, who would come? Like 60 people was like, yeah, we there, bro. You funny. I'm like, okay. And I did it. And all those people that I remember retweeting my shit was like, yo, nigga, you. And I got a clip saved in my phone. I did a podcast right before I moved to LA. It was like the winter time of 2019. And it was with my one homegirl named Miss Tassie, like one of my best, like one of my only few female friends that I'm actually like friends with. And you know what I mean? And she was like, she came to one of my shows and she said, it wasn't that I wasn't expecting him to not be funny. I just didn't know he was gonna be that funny doing stand-up. Like some people were funny at the lunchroom or on a stoop or, you know what I mean? Or online. She was like, when I got there, and everybody was like, yo, why do we do that to our people? Be like, just doubting them. And she was like, nah, because you see so many people who are funny in this. She was like, but what he did going up there and that, she's like, that was different.
Well, speaking of comedy, because I thought White Mike was going to be here today.
Yeah, he'll be back on one of our later episodes. He got called into work, so we're going to get him, man.
Well, speaking of comedy, I did catch one of his shows, and he was super funny.
Well,
I'm not even being biased. I'm not even...
The first time he did... Well, he did the stand-up probably like in 2013.
When he first?
Yeah, he was funny.
I didn't see him back.
And honestly, I told him, I was like, I really didn't expect you to be funny for real.
I didn't expect him to be that funny.
Like, yeah. Like
I knew he was funny.
Like, he's funny. Like, he knew how to, like...
Ain't that crazy? It's like the motherfuckers you know. It's like, yeah, I don't expect a lot from you.
Because you know him.
Yeah.
You know him and you talk to him
Why
and you
is
know
the
he's
bar
funny
so
and you're
low?
like, ah.
The bar's not low. It's just that you know that you be like, this nigga's not even funny. This nigga's not even funny.
I knew he was
you know
funny,
what I'm saying?
but I didn't know he was stand-up funny.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that's funny,
but not stand-up
but
funny.
can't do a stand-up.
Yeah,
I feel like he's both.
And her saying that, I clipped it and was like, oh, that was the first time, was like, that gave me my purpose back. Like, oh, you have a purpose now.
What is a moment that you can visualize in the future, right? Because it has to happen in the future that will make your hair stand up, will make you say, oh shit, I've arrived, or this is the moment that I had on like a vision board or like a get the fuck out of here. If it happens, I'll be like, get the fuck out of here. Like it's just bone chilling, hair raising. What is that scene? Where
All
are
right,
you
so-
at? Where are you walking out at? Like, what is it?
So let me ask you this. Is it the first level of me experiencing that or just like the top? Because it's
like how we talking about right now, where imposter syndrome feels like, where we like, oh, should I be here? Should I be here? Well, fuck it. Paint the picture of the moment that you go, I'm here. Well, then I must have definitely fucking made it.
Okay.
What does that look like to you?
you get with your agency, your manager, whatever, you set out a tour of here's.
No, I fuck the tour. They called your name. Where are you at?
I'm
Where are you
but I'm-
walking out to that made you go,
Okay,
oh,
that's
shit.
okay, that's a different question.
I'm big dog.
So I'll answer that. But so what I was going to say, because I thought you were saying something like, what is the moment that makes you feel like, then this is really me. But I'm gonna say is like I come up with a tour date, boom, boom, I drop it. Hey, I'm going on tour, and then when the links go up, like on some Matt Rife or Chris Brown shit where it crashes, and you're like waiting in the queue, like fuck, all the tickets sold out automatically. Every city sold out.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, oh shit,
Yeah,
nigga, like
I get that.
because now I'm canceling shows and this ain't buying tickets. So to say I'm dropping tickets and my date for your city is 9 months away and it
it's packed
sells out.
Yeah.
Like the first day the ticket's gonna sell. But if you say I'm walking out and they're like, you seen them on Netflix,
Yeah,
or like that.
The show is the show. Tickets is transactional. Like I ain't at the show. I can't experience that.
So-
I can look online and see they sold out, but I'm like, nah, fuck that. I want to go. I heard a noise. Like they're buttering up because they said from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
You
okay.
seen him, blah blah blah. And now he's here. Make some noise. What does that moment look like to you?
It would either be one of two places in my hometown, either the Benham Center or Heinz Hall, preferably Heinz Hall because Heinz is synonymous with Pittsburgh. Heinz ketchup, the Heinz family.
Got it. Well,
Heinz, it used to be Heinz Field until it's Acker Shore, whatever the fuck it's called now. But it was Heinz Field. Everything in Heinz is Pittsburgh. Like so being that is like everyone that my teachers, counselors, friends, family that I ain't talked to forever, like, oh, that's my cousin. And been like, yo, one night on two shows, one night only, Heinz Hall, Mike Murphy, live recording. I come out.
Okay, hometown hero moment.
Yeah, because like going to New York is good for like, then it's like you do the Garden.
Yeah.
Or you do the Forum or the Palladium out here or something. That is like historic.
Yeah, I'm famous.
But yeah, famous. But
Hometown
just
hero.
coming out, yo, that's my mom and them in there, my family, like that's my son. My sister's like, yeah, you know that's my brother. My friends like, yeah, I knew that nigga was funny since we was, you know what I mean? That coming out makes some noise. Like you said, you've seen him on Netflix. He's touring all around the country. For special. Please start clapping right now. Clap right now. Give it up for Mike Murphy.
That shit.
Oh shit, I can see it
The
now.
hair, right? Yeah, the hair starts standing up.
What about you, nigga?
Huh? This is interesting. I
You
know.
fucking asked me the question.
I know my hometown feels awesome, and I can't wait to do that when I go back. And there's a theater that I bookmarked in my head. So whenever I do that shit, that'll be me saying, "Wow, I really did that here in my hometown. This is crazy." But I think ultimately, I am intrigued by the Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
I think that is the idea of doing that is too appealing to not circle as a.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh, we doing that tonight?
Like when Chris, Kev, and
here?
Dave came out, and Dave brought out. I mean, when Kev
All
brought
that
out that
shit. And
joke.
I don't personally. I don't have to. To me, it wouldn't need to be a John Grimes one night only for that. It's just the idea that there is a venue that is worldwide renowned. You think of two places to show a show at in America. You go, oh, of course, it's the Garden or something Broadway related, right? If you think of a performance in America, it's probably gonna be like that, or a Coachella type shit.
Yeah.
Coachella or the Garden is two things you think of like performances somewhere in America, and it's like, or Red Rock maybe, but like to say you're on the bill, you go out there, you do your thing in the like entertainment capitals of the world, like it just seems like, oh shit. No matter what your genre is, you made it to this room.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing that I think will make you go,
So,
damn,
okay.
I'm really a part of any genre while out.
You're going on a 5-show run.
Uh-huh.
You could pick whatever you want. What 5 venues are you playing? 5 nights only. You pick the 5 venues.
I'll go to Wilbur in Boston. The Stifle Theater in St. Louis.
Is that one? That's the thing you hate, Mark?
Stifle Theater. So Sammy Davis Jr. Did a benefit concert there in 1964, I believe, for Frank Sinatra's charity.
But Sinatra wasn't there?
Sinatra wasn't there, but it was for Sinatra's charity.
Okay.
And but Sammy Davis Jr. just killed it. And I play that video sometimes for my kids to watch. It's like Frank Sinatra impersonated every celebrity singer.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing concert. But I said, man, he was in St. Louis doing that. What was that place called? I looked it up. It still exists. It just changed the name over the years. I was like, if I could do the same room that
So the name of it now is called
the Stifle Theater.
But what was it called when he did it?
1960s? I can't even remember the name
All
now.
right, so
it changed like 10 times.
So
Stifle Theater in St. Louis.
Wilburn, Stifle Theater in St. Louis.
I think it's the Fox in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken.
They tore it down. Joe Fox.
They tear it down?
Oh, no, I'm thinking Joe Louis.
It's a huge theater in Detroit.
No, I was thinking of Joe Louis Arena. They tore that down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fox.
Fox in Detroit, Palladium, or the
Forum. You got to pick one.
I do the Forum.
Forum instead of the Palladium?
Yeah.
Wilburn, Fox, Stifle, Forum,
Garden.
That's 5.
That's 5. Yeah.
Me, I'm going to do... See, the one I want to say is iconic, but if I'm only doing one in New York, I'm going to do the Garden over Radio City Music Hall.
No, pick the one you would rather do.
The Garden. But I would pick both. But
Radio City's amazing,
but I'm in New York, so I'm not going to do 2 in New York.
That's sick.
I'll do Madison Square Garden. I'll do the Palladium. I'll do the Forum. LA's big enough for that. I'll do Heinz Hall in Pittsburgh. And I would do... I'm going to have to go Music City or Radio City Music Hall.
No, yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
So I'm going 2 New York, 2 LA, 1 in the hometown.
I'll tell you what, though, man. There are some beautiful theaters in America.
Amazing.
Going out with Tone, man, do these shows where they do like the s'more tours and whatnot. And at the Boardwalk in New Jersey, I think it's called the Boardwalk Theater or man, it's like a 14,000 seat arena. And it
only one I know in New Jersey that a lot of people go to is NJ Pack.
Bro.
But the Boardwalk in Atlantic City.
Boardwalk in Atlantic City was crazy, bro. Like, I'm standing so far away from Samore when she walks out that she looks like a fucking speck. I'm like, that's Samore. And it's like big ass screens, and then Lavelle Crawford closed the show out. But I was saying to myself, like, that many people was just in here watching comedy. She does it every year there too. Like every year they do the Boardwalk, and I'm just like, wherever you can get your people at in large congregation, that's dope. So I don't leave I don't care who's in the room. If it's all black, even fine, even better.
Yeah.
But like the idea, I didn't pick Atlanta because I just can't. I don't know any Atlanta theaters. Like I would, you know what I'm saying. But like I would go to a big ass black theater and rock that shit too. They just don't have the history as much as you want them to.
Oh, you know
you
what?
Go, yo, I'd go here and that shit be fire. Name it. Somebody send it to us. I would love to go there if it is.
I'm gonna tell you one that I'm gonna name because you said that. But the reason I can't put it on my list because I already did it twice is the August Wilson Performing Arts Center in Pittsburgh. August Wilson is a legend, and Denzel has been keeping his name alive because August Wilson's from Pittsburgh. So Fences, Madam Rainey, whatever the one that Chadwick Boseman did.
Yeah.
I think he had 10 plays that he did were like that represented different decades, like different eras. Like I think the 20s all the way up to something. But Denzel said that was his goal, was to keep those plays alive and to remake them in the movie. So Fences is one of them. Madam CJ Rainey, Black, whatever that's called, and there's another one. He's done like 3, I think, and I think he got a couple more. But the August Wilson Center is not really big. I think it holds like maybe 600.
Okay.
But when I was coming up in comedy my first year, when I started in 2012, for that 1 year I did it before I stopped, I got booked on like a show, like a variety show, R&B, spoken word. The first time I did it, the dude was like giving us physical tickets to sell. Everybody got 10. I'm like, I need more than this. He's like, let's start off with that. I'm like, all right, bro. I sold like 60. I was like, next time you do this, I want to close out the show. I want to be the headliner. Which I would never do again because on a show like that, by the time you go to close out, niggas is already left.
Yeah.
Because people were like, oh, I came to see this person. They already performed them out.
Yeah.
So when you end up going up, it's like damn near the start of the show. But I did that. So the next time I was like, yo, give me 50 tickets off the rope. He's like, let's start off with 20. I was like, bro, gas, I'm not going to keep driving downtown, paying for parking to come meet you. Just give me the tickets. I think I sold like 80 tickets, which was crazy because there was only 300 people there. But that was packed out, and I did it, and I killed for, at the time, what I thought. I would be ashamed of that performance now. But that's the reason why I don't put that on there, because I already done it. And Heinz Hall is more significant.
Yeah, my bonus one.
Bonus.
Class of 1950 building, Purdue University. I would love to go back to the college I dropped out for stand-up at to perform there. which I think still is very much a possibility. I was almost very, very close last year.
Does Purdue have Black Student Union?
They do. They do.
So that's who will book the shit. That would be where the
They have a
comedy
Purdue
show.
stand-up comedy club too there.
They wouldn't have it at that building.
They can have it anywhere. Now they have a new theater they just built too, like last year. So like it's a bunch of places you could actually perform at. I just know that the class of 50 was a big lecture hall. I would love to do a set in this big ass lecture hall, but just going back on campus in my old college in general and like doing a set there would be such a full circle moment because I was at Purdue when I said I want to do stand up. And everybody was like, "You gonna leave college for this?" And I was like, "Absolutely. This is what I'm supposed to do." So to go back on campus would be very, very dope. So that's like my bonus.
Let me ask you, would you, if you had to choose one, would you want to know how you would die or when you would die? Like down to the exact, but you don't know how, but you know when, okay, December 5th this year, whatever, you're going to die.
Well, I think when would be trash because you can't unforget that. How is like, well, this is not this. But your mind can reckon with the how. A when would make you always look at time and clocks differently and be like people to get told when they got cancer or something like, yo, you got 6 months. Now your whole 6 months changed now versus them being like, your liver's going to explode. That's all I can tell you.
So you don't think your life will be altered more if they say you're going to die in a car accident? Now you're like, I don't want to drive. I don't want to.
No, see, that's the thing.
Because now you're like, oh shit, you're trying to avoid that thing.
No, because that would be like, then you would just be like a car accident every day, my boy. Because the car accident could be you just walking. And the car hit you, so you couldn't. Your brain would be like, that's too much work. I can't think about that all day long. But knowing the exact date could be like, oh, today's Tuesday. Dying 37 years or more. You're like, oh shit. How many more Tuesdays do I got left? Like you don't overthinking the wrong shit.
Yeah, I just don't because. I think in one or two ways, you can look at it like, all right, they got 15 years left. I need to go absolutely, and you plan your life. Like a lot of times we wake up and be like, I'll do it tomorrow or I'm going to do it next week.
Okay.
And sometimes people don't get that next week or tomorrow.
That's why I wouldn't pick the date because it's the same way I think about how you approach everything you love. It's like, all right, well, you want to be a stand-up comic. You want to be a professional, blah, blah. If I told you that if you just locked in for the next 6 months and at the 7th month, you'd be on TV, what would you change about your active day-to-day activities? And if you change your activities, that means you are acknowledging, I've been ain't shit this whole time.
I'm
it makes you
bullshitting.
accept that, I was bullshitting, huh? Yeah, you was bullshitting because I just told you that if you did this by this date, you'd be good.
You jumped on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's what people don't want to acknowledge. That, oh, shit, I only got 15 more years left. Well, I better start loving my family. Like, whoa, nigga, you weren't loving your family before? Like, I don't think people want to realize that about themselves. When they were ready to realize, like, oh, okay, so a buffalo is going to ram me and it's going to flip me off a cliff. Where could that happen at? Don't worry about it. That's just how it's going to be.
So imagine that somebody like, yo, buffalo's going to ram you. You're like, all right, cool. And then like 2 years goes by and shit, and your girl's like, hey, I was thinking about the safari in Africa. You're like, bitch, get the fuck out. You trying to kill me.
Exactly. And you stay and you can take a ride with a friend, but for some reason he has to stop somewhere. It's like a fucking hiking trail. You're like, why are we on a hiking trail?
Why we in Big Bear?
A buffalo pushes your car off a cliff. You're like, why is there a buffalo in California? Like, cuz, nigga, we told you this is how it's going to happen.
Dog, that
it's
shit.
like Final Destination. You can't do shit about it. So you're like, oh, damn buffalo came to California just for me. And it's like, that one seems easy. I don't think, the date seems like you would change your day-to-day activities versus
I think I would.
how.
I think I would rather know how than know when.
Do you would you rather like a video that you would like leave for people to watch? Like them fucking detective people or like the millionaires?
If you're watching this, I'm probably not here.
Because if you watch it, whatever you would say in there, that's not shit you would just say in general. Or is it like, okay, I got kids or a future, I want them to notice like when they hit their 30s or 40s, like, yo, it ain't that serious, dog. Just keep playing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be some shit like to my only daughter, I want you to know. Like, I'd be like, look, my daughter's her name's Amaya. I'd be like, look, Amaya, I live my life to the fullest. I encourage you to do what you love, be passionate about it, work.
Right.
Like, it would be like more advice, like sounding like, when people say, what would you tell yourself, your 10-year-old self or whatever? It would be me telling my daughter whatever I would have told my younger self to be tailored to her.
Ask her to put it in the hole for you. That's what I would tell.
Hey, yo.
My younger self. Like, yo, you can't find it? Then just tell her to put it in for you. You missed out on 2 vaginas because you just was like, missing the hole.
Oh, what the fuck? The fact that you said that when I'm saying I'm leaving a video to my daughter, and you said just
you were talking. But you said, let me tell your younger self. I'm like, oh, yeah.
No,
hey, don't try to find it, bro. You're not going to find it.
But you said it when I was thinking, like, yeah, I would tell my daughter. He's like, yeah, just tell her, just put it in the hole. I'm like, hey, yo.
No. I know we had our own booths, like our own futuristic booths. And I want her telling my younger self,
confessionals.
Like, hey, yo, bro, you're not going to find the hole the first time, for sure. She's going to think you're so weird. Like,
you gotta tell her, like,
it
yo, it turned me on. Put that dick inside you. Like, you can't find it.
Now you tell us that. What was you at the time warp, nigga, in 2006?
Well, ain't it crazy how much you look back at some stuff and, like, maybe you was embarrassed to say this, and now you just be like, I would just say that.
I wish I had that. That's why old niggas say whatever they want to now. I wish I had old nigga confidence at like 18. Because I'd have got so much more shit accomplished. Even my crushes, I'd have been like, yo, I like you. Oh, you don't like, oh my God, you saved me so much time. Thank you for telling me that. Instead of just wondering and wishing every day, like, maybe she'll look over and go, you know what, you're the only one left. Like, imagine just getting this shit out of the way right away.
Like, all right,
that
so I'll give you an example.
Lives.
There'll be times like I meet a chick for the first. I remember this very vividly. I was with this girl and I had been like gone off her. We was kicking it all day, and I was holding my farts in. My stomach was bubbling. Like I was like, oh my God. So long story short, we get to doing it, and she's going down on me, and she's going crazy, and she was like, hey yo, she just bust out laughing and just kept going, and I was like, no, hold on. And I went in the bathroom and just like let it all out, and then came back. And she finished, but it was mad awkward, but she laughed about it. If I'd just been like, yo, we about to start, let me go clear my stomach. Like, I was just so afraid of not being able to just say, like, nigga, we all fart, we all shit. Like, I just didn't want to say it, and I try to hold it in and end up, like, almost really backfiring, right? So now this version of me, I'll be out with a chick, I'll be like, yo, shit, nigga, I can't eat that. You gonna have me shitting. Let me eat it. All right, then when I go in the bathroom, blow this motherfucker up. Don't say nothing. All right, whatever. Like, cause it's the confidence you're saying it with makes it not like
the certainty you have in your voice when you say things. Now it's like, oh, he's serious. Oh, he ain't playing. Like, you gotta respect what he said. Like, you gotta stand and deliver shit, and then like they respect it. That's why young girls like old dudes, because old dudes just say shit to a chick like, hey, no, or yeah, we doing this, and they be like, ooh, direct me, daddy. Like. They like direction. Women don't want to have to like overthink what they could be doing.
I heard it was either Rodney Perry either said this on stage or in a podcast or some shit, and he said some girl was like, "Do you got a big dick?" And he was like, "Yeah, to the girls who like me, my dick's big to the girls who like me." Like, basically, like if a chick really likes me, it's big to her. But it's not like I'm not whipping it out, and chicks are like, "God damn!" But he said it, and I was like, "Yo, you know how much life you have to go through to just be like, yeah, my dick's big to girls who like me."
That's funny. That's acceptance. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You got questions? If you don't,
I got one.
I got questions for you.
All right, go ahead.
This that I mean.
Yeah, I just got one.
Okay, fine. So then I'll do these. Then.
Well, no, let me do mine since you got more.
Quicker, yeah. Okay.
If you were trapped somewhere, kidnapped in a different country, and you had to have one of these two people on the mission to come rescue you and save you, would you rather pick James Bond or John Wick? I mean, yeah, James Bond or John Wick?
Wick?
Yeah.
They changed Bonds 30 different times. It's only one John
Daniel
Wick.
Craig Bond.
No, sir. John Wick for
John
sure.
Wick?
He ain't never died.
Bond never died, nigga.
He changed characters.
Yeah, that's so John Wick.
Wick for sure.
All right, that was my only question.
Oh, nigga. Wick is easy.
I'm picking Bond.
I don't know why.
He's getting... Listen, I'll tell you why, and then you get your questions. John Wick was running around, not over his bitch, crying about his dog getting killed. This emotional nigga just rage.
That makes him human.
Bond was fucking niggas' wives, toting guns, driving an Aston Martin, martini, shaking, not stirred. He was that nigga. John Wick is just a nigga full of rage, just breaking the rules at the fucking...
So you want a classy nigga to come save you? This nigga got an uppity request. Like,
once he gets me, we gonna get bitches on the way back.
If he gonna save me, he gotta be a nigga that got his shit together. You ass, captive ass.
Fuck
nigga,
you,
you captive, nigga.
Go ahead, nigga.
Oh, come here with all that loud shit, John. No, save me proper. Fuck out of here.
But hold on. When I said John Wick, and I was like, hold on. I said it so much that I thought I said your name instead. Like,
I am a superhero,
not with that fucking beard.
Relax. All right, I'm going to do 2 questions, then we'll do this or that.
All right.
Is it rude to ask a girl if she has an OnlyFans?
No.
No?
No, it's not
Just
rude.
plain sight. You at the grocery store. Hey, man, you got OnlyFans?
Oh, no, that's crazy.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, random joint?
Yes.
That might have been like a love interest.
Like you see a bad chick, you go, oh my God, you are so beautiful. I was just wondering if you have an OnlyFans.
No, that's crazy.
You think so?
Just right off the rip
But
without
girls,
no
they got it in their bio. We can check a random Instagram page.
But you don't know, like.
You don't know her either.
But think about this. If you ask her if she does have one, she's going to be mad that you.
What if you right?
Yes, that's going to make it worse. If she, because I'm telling you, because hoes, what did Wayne say? Hoes.
Ain't nothing wrong with shit, man.
Hoes love being hoes. You just, they don't want to be, what did he say?
I don't think you got to be ashamed of your OnlyFans page if you got one, because you got it.
They don't want you to, they don't want that you able to look at them and say, you look like a bitch that does OnlyFans. And then if a chick doesn't have OnlyFans, she's mad that you think she does. Do I look like one of them bitches?
All I'm trying to say is I would pay $10 to see your titties. That's all I'm trying to say respectfully.
So the answer is yes. Yes, you're going to have backlash.
So it is a bad idea to ask a girl they got OnlyFans page.
Yes.
Ladies, can y'all, I want to know. Ladies,
Now, if her ass cheeks is all the way out like some, like how you see like them skits on YouTube and shit.
No, I'm talking about like
that. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a beautiful girl. She could be in a toga.
You might get smacked.
That's crazy. It's just a business page. Second question. What's a non-physical turn off about a girl?
Smoking cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes? Mine is if a girl uses nigga words.
Like fam?
Fam.
Or like up the blick on you?
I heard a girl say eater the other day. I said, bitch, why would you?
Eater, like, oh, that's my top eater.
That's my, yeah. I was like, yeah. What are you talking about, sir? What do you mean you got an eater? Like, what?
Like if you was talking to
don't use nigga terms on me. I'm the nigga. So what the fuck are you?
Like if she met you and she'd be like, you be hanging with rat ass niggas like that? Niggas
yeah, what's up, son? Son, you trying to fuck? Like what?
Oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yo, dead ass crack my shit, B.
Girl.
Nah, son, get the fuck
nigga,
out.
Nigga, go ahead and beat this up real quick and then let's go get some ice cream or something. Like, nigga, why are you talking like a dude?
No, I can't do that.
Exactly.
No,
I can't mess with a chick talking like a dude, bro. There's only enough room for one of us here. All right, this is that birthday edition, huh? All right, here we go. Birthday head or birthday sex?
Sex.
300 or American Sniper?
American Sniper.
Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk?
Musk.
That you let hit. It's crazy.
I'd rather cry in the Tesla than a Cybertruck. Then that fucking Civic with that Honda, the
Blue Origin.
Bezos driving
God.
around.
Just move it all. Ray Shrimmer or Bobby Schmurder?
Bobby Schmurder.
Classic. Fried bologna or fried spam?
I never had spam bologna.
Uppity
Bologna
ass
with
nigga.
some mustard on some bread.
Fried bologna with mustard is fire, even with the cheap bread. But fried spam slap too. Get a train rent on you or you part of a train?
Part of a train, nigga. You crazy, nigga? Last week you said the only answer is the one that's not gay, nigga.
Oh, the part of the train was running on nigga.
If next week y'all don't see this nigga on the episode, no, I just made some fucking executive decisions. This nigga said I ran a train on the nigga. Hey, yo.
Mike Fifth.
But even in that scenario,
That
I'd much
cleanup is
rather be
crazy.
the top than a bottom, nigga.
That's crazy. See, just went to prison. Like, yo, if we here and we running something.
No, if it's one or the other, get piped by two niggas.
Why here? What was his crime? Oh, he was a felon? Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get him. Okay. Big titties, no ass, or big ass, no titties?
Big titties, no ass. That's what I prefer.
You know what's funny about that is that somebody says, I can't remember who it was, like, yeah, niggas got ass too. So loving ass is a
I remember
odd
you
choice. I can't remember who the person was.
I thought was it Tahir that said that?
No, I heard this like when I was like 15. I just can't remember who said it.
No, but maybe you brought that up when Tahir was a guest.
Yeah, I just love saying it because it cracks me up. Hand job or foot job?
Hand job.
Be a superhero against a gay villain or a villain against a gay superhero?
Oh, I'm a villain against a gay superhero.
So if you lose to the gay superhero.
I ain't losing, nigga. It's too much on the line.
What's the gay superhero's name? Gas Man.
Saucy Santana, man.
Iron Man sound crazy. That's the hero you lost to. Iron Man. That's wild. I can't think of the more superheroes, but they just names get gayer. Black and Yellow or My President is Black?
My president is black.
Oh, that's the anthem. That was a bigger anthem than you, huh?
Oh,
As a Pittsburgh person, I'm surprised you said
I like,
that.
yeah, I'm cool with Wiz, you know what I'm saying? I seen that his uprising.
That moment, yeah.
It was before he was ever doing that, we would be in the studio with him. Like, my man was rapping, so I knew Wiz personally before.
But he wasn't from Pittsburgh, though, right?
He's a military brat, but he was raised in...
Really?
Yeah.
I
He was
thought
born
had
in
no
Germany or
connection
some
to- I
shit.
thought he had no connection to Pittsburgh at all.
No. He was born in like Germany, I think. His mom and
Oh,
I think
yeah.
his mom and dad was in the military.
Yeah.
But I think from like middle school all the way through high school, I believe he lived in Pittsburgh.
So Black and Yellow was actually based off of the area?
yeah,
Oh.
he's from Pittsburgh.
I had no
He's
idea
from a
why he
neighborhood.
named it Black and Yellow. I was like,
So
what?
he's from a neighborhood called Hazelwood. He went to high school called Alderdice, but Alderdice is in like a predominantly Jewish area, like neighborhood, like where you can't even just open a business because you seen some property without going through them and getting like the blessing. And there was some people that saw some potential in him, put the money behind him, funded him, and then he took off. And then the Black and Yellow was just like, that was God. That's like fate, because he dropped that song and then the Steelers won a Super Bowl right after the song came out.
That's how life be life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't win the Super Bowl. That song doesn't. That was the Steelers theme song, and they won the Super Bowl.
That was insane. What a run.
That was when Santonio Holmes caught that touchdown pass in
So
the end
that's
zone.
2006 then.
Yeah,
Gosh, against the
Well, no,
Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, right? Or was that against the
it was against the Cardinals. Hold on.
2000?
No, that they beat the Seahawks in 2000.
Oh, the first championship was against the Seahawks?
First one was against the Seahawks. I was in Iraq when that happened.
2009.
Maybe. Then they lost to the Packers in 2011.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it was the one before that.
Does,
No matter of fact,
does Roethlisberger have 2 rings?
yeah.
Because he won one with the newer Steelers. He won with the old
Oh,
Steelers.
no. He don't got 2 rings.
You only got one?
Hold on. Cause let me see
Who
something.
did he for sure beat?
He for sure beat the Cardinals. Yeah.
That might have been the second one then. Because his first ring might have been
Maybe
somebody whacker.
maybe when Wiz's song blew up, they didn't win the Super Bowl, but they went to the Super Bowl and played the Packers. Because that's more of a
Oh,
timeline.
because Lil Wayne did remix it. And if Lil Wayne remixed it, that means it's like 2009.
Okay, yeah. So they beat the Seahawks in 06. Wiz wasn't. He was just
Right.
They beat the Cardinals in 09.
Oh, they beating up the NFC West. Okay.
But
I was right about 09. Okay, I was right about that. All
But
right.
Black and Yellow came out when they played the Packers in the Super Bowl.
That's when Lil
they
Wayne was
lost.
doing remixes. That makes sense.
So they didn't win the Super Bowl. But they went to the Super Bowl, and I remember watching it.
That song made them lose.
Yeah.
They played it too much on the way out.
But yeah, so that's what happened. So he dropped that. They went to the Super Bowl. It was a theme, and then it was off, and he was out of there. But yeah, so he's from Pittsburgh, like
Oh, interesting.
Army brat, but he was
I had
raised in
no
Pittsburgh.
idea. I thought he just made a dope song that happened to align with a team's color.
No. He's from there.
Smart.
Hey man, it's been another episode. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. Comment. We see the comments. Shout out my man in Connecticut, man. He be the ones that send me all the clothes. Alex, he comments. He's the first comment on every video, watches all the episodes. I appreciate you, bro. Anybody else who watches it, leave a comment, like it, man. Send it to somebody. Say, yo, these dudes is funny. Subscribe to the channel. We trying to get this platform booming.
Black Label, Blue Moon.
Yeah, and
I'm saying separately.
Manscaped.
Black Label, holler at me. Cut. Blue Moon, holler at me. I would love to have y'all drinks right next to me anytime.
Manscaped. Well, you next. So, man, that's another episode. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, my man on the gram.
Giant Grimes.
We'll see y'all next week.